Hello and welcome to Access UTV. My name's Michelle Edhouse, and today I'd like to give you a few questions to ask, a few possibilities that may assist if the proverbial bomb drops. Now, what do I mean by the proverbial bomb? I mean, when something shows up that is totally out of left field, totally not what you expected, and all the projections and expectations you have of someone or something just get blown completely out of the water. Now, this can show up whether it's getting your phone bill and realizing that, oops, I used a lot more than my 3 minutes. It could show up by somebody being so completely out of character that it just like knocks you for a six. I'm using a lot of cricket terminology. It's the middle of winter. Why am I talking about cricket? How does it get any better? And it can show up in all sorts of different ways. A very, very special person in my life the other day, a couple of weeks ago now, got home to find a brick thrown through a window, and it just stopped her dead in her tracks. She was like, and those moments where your whole body just and that's what we call in Access Consciousness a beyonds. And if you've been following my blog at all, you will know that one of the words in the clearing statements is and beyonds. Now, what we're talking about there is that moment in time that just stops still. It's as if the whole world has ground to a halt and you have no idea what to think, do, behave, whatever. It's just this and it can be just that microsecond, but it can also be for quite a long time. I guess this woman probably stood there for about 2 minutes just like, what on earth, what do I do, what's happened, what and totally blank, no awareness of what's actually. And sometimes it comes with a visceral response. Sometimes, I've had it where I read something from someone that was just so totally beyond what I would have imagined was ever going to be said by them, and it totally, and my entire body just started to fizz, and I was like, I couldn't work. Okay, cool. So what tools can you use in that situation when the beyonds come? If you actually identify it as a beyonds, then the first question to ask that can start to get the movement going again, start to get the awarenesses flowing, and just take that concrete block off your head, is all the beyonds, creating the beyonds, eternally beyond. I destroy and uncreate. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts and beyonds. All the beyonds, creating the beyonds, eternally beyond. I destroy and uncreate. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts and beyonds. Now, sometimes even that doesn't come to mind. Like the other day when I had something like this show up, I was just like, and that visceral response was so in my face. It was so intense. It was so I was just like and that's where I bring you back to my favorite question of all questions, of what question can I ask here? And that question just opens a fraction of a doorway, so you can see a peak of light, a peak of possibility, and then the questions can start to show up. And one of those questions that I then went on to ask was all the beyonds, eternally beyond, creating the beyonds, pock and pod. And so when you have this sort of thing show up, it's one of the cool tools to use is this relevant to me? Now, what that, when you get home and you find a brick thrown through your window, or somebody slaps you energetically across the face, or something like that, yeah, that's got to do with me. What are you talking about, woman? Of course it's got to do with me. And is it actually to do with you? Yeah, it's your property that's been damaged. It's your energetic field that's been disturbed, whatever that is. And yet, was it, the question, is this anything to do with me, was it created because of me? Is another way of looking at that. Is it actually my problem? Like, was it created because of my problem, rather than do I need to do anything about it in the future? Obviously, if you've had a brick thrown through your own window, yep, getting the glazier in, getting that fixed, getting the wall that the brick is sticking out of fixed, absolutely. Calling the police is also another really cool thing to do. But is it actually anything to do with me? Gets you to look at, oh, okay, cool. It's just a burglar. They weren't actually trying to attack me personally. They saw my home was, nobody in it, and it's a nice home. So they've gone on to go see what they can get out of it. It's not a personal attack. And even when I received this email with this energetic slap in it, I was just like, ugh. And then it wasn't actually my question, that somebody else asked me the question of, is it actually anything to do with you? And what I realized was yes, I'd said something, yes, they were responding to what I had said, but their response was so out of character and so not them. It was like, oh, okay, cool. So what is going on with that person? And is it actually being created? Has this response been created by them reacting to my words, or is something else going on in their world? And it takes it away from that space of, this is all about me, oh my goodness, oh, what have I done, what did I do to deserve this, all of that sort of stuff. Oh, okay, opens up a space where, well, it did for me anyway, opened up a space for me where I was able to go, oh, okay, cool, yeah, yep, okay, cool, I said something, they responded, but the out of character stuff that really felt like this slap across the face, that was actually nothing to do with me. So everywhere you've bought that anything that is projected at you has anything to do with you, will you destroy and uncreate that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, boys, shorts and beyonds. So there's a few tools that you can use when something really beyonds happens. Run the beyonds, all the beyonds creating the beyonds, eternally beyonds are now destroy and uncreate. What question can I ask here? Is this actually anything to do with me? And what else is possible beyond this? What else can I create? How can I out-create this? So hopefully these will stick in your mind and show up if you ever acquire them. And hey, what else is possible if we're not at the effect of other people? Cheers.